what's up YouTube? Welcome to today's video, and we are going to go over something I literally just saw when I first woke up, but I'll just make a quick little video topic about this because this is a pretty important issue in a sense that it's kind of an annoying thing how bad PoE's UI really is, and it's always been a very big question to me why PoE allows people to stalk you with non-consent, because this is probably one of the only games I've played where you can add someone to your friends list and they don't even need to accept the invite, and then you're actually on their friends list forever. I've used this multiple times in the past to stalk all of my favorite streamers, and it is an amazing tool. So let's go over what exactly GGG has changed and how this is going to change the game for the better. So GGG usually releases some game-changing quality of life changes in past leagues in the middle of the league. I think one of the biggest changes I've ever seen was towards the tail end of Harvest, where they added stash tab affinities, and that pretty much changed the game forever. If anyone ever forgot, in the past we pretty much just dump everything into a dump tab and then manually sort it into different tabs, and stash tab affinities made it so that we could just control click into the stash and it was automatically go into certain tabs. And GGG was able to make a huge amount of money with this because they were actually able to have separate stash tab folders, and it was probably one of the best business decisions while also saving the player a tremendous amount of time. So for Sanctum, they decided to make improvements to the party system, and the main general gist of this system is that now you can be offline in the party for up to 2 minutes before you are actually kicked out. So before we start about the party system, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it's very, very strange why this is the case. So this person on Reddit posed this question: isn't it strange that PoE is one of the few online games with non-consensual friend lists? And this is definitely true. So let's say we want to actually stalk one of the best PoE players of all time or something. So let's just say we go look at Cute Dog's profile. I think his profile might be private, right? Oh wait. So you can go look at his name, What Children. So now I just want to see when my favorite streamer is online. So I go right here, character invite, right? What Children. And my friends list has reached a maximum size. Man, I have too many friends. That's actually crazy. I would never imagine I would ever have 100 friends in any game. But sometimes you just get too popular. Who knows? So right now you can see I added my favorite streamer to my friends list, and right here you can see right here I will see when he's able to come online. I can know exactly what he's doing at all times. So let's just say I do it to another person, right? Because that's the nice part about this thing. So you can just go to Path of Exile and then go like type in Zizarin or something. So this is also one of my favorite streamers, so I can look at Zizarin blasting maps. So I go friend invite Zizarin blasting maps, and I think it's going to actually show that friend invite, and he's not online too, but you can see right now that he's probably somewhere on here, right? I don't even know where he went, but I don't really understand this friend system. Oh yeah, it's like in alphabetical order, but then it's also not in alphabetical order. But you can see right here I have Zizarin and Steel Mage, so you can pretty much be friends with every single streamer without their consent. You can have it to anyone. So with this system, it's very, very strange. I don't really know why they haven't changed it. Someone did say that one of the reasons that this exists is because in the past, we used to trade with the forum site. And if you've never taken a look at the forum site, let me see if you can actually take a look at the forum site real fast, because the forum site is where trading used to happen. So if we go look at here, we have Sanctum League selling. So in the past, we would see their name and then we will whisper them. Okay, I don't even know why people put it there. Maybe it's because people needed to don't have stash tabs or stuff. So like this scene right here, you can see people have the stuff listed. And this is another way that people do it in order to index their items without the premium stash tab. So you can see before, like you'll be like, oh, when would this guy come in? You would take this guy's name, in-game name, and then you would add it into your friends list invite. And by doing it like that, we're able to see when the person logs in, and then we're able to whisper them when they log in to trade them the items. So that's probably why they did it in the past. But I think that mutual consent might be the way to go in the future, right? Especially with the improvements to the trade system. Now, for the current party system, right now when you go log out or go offline, you're immediately kicked from the party. So say you like accidentally lost like internet connection or your game crashed or something like that, your friend would have to re-invite you or the party leader would have to re-invite you. It's really, really annoying, especially when you're trying to do any sorts of trades. And if you have any pending invites when you go offline, the pending invites are gone too. So you have to be like, oh, who invited me in the past? I don't really remember. I have to do a new trade search, look up the same person's name in order to find out what happened. Now, and then there's also another thing that's really annoying when you're in a party sometimes. So say like you go like try to trade someone and then you're in their party and then you like try to go visit their hideout. And sometimes it's just like, oh, it doesn't really work because that's just how it goes. Like sometimes you go to like visit a hideout, it bugs out. It says you cannot join your player hideout. You tell it, oh, maybe you could swap your hideout so you can allow party members. And then they say, oh, I already allowed party members and it's just a bug. So the only thing you can do at that point is you have to relog. You have to control copy the player's name back into the invite thing, and it's really annoying. But now you could potentially just relog and be in the party and be able to go to their hideout again. So that's actually a nice thing that they address in order to fix that bug. So overall, the new changes that they're adding is when you log out, you can now stay in your party, though you'll still be kicked from party while offline. So right now, you can see in this example right here, in this new mock-up that they showed, I don't know why they have all these numbers. Is that some secret code for something? But right here, the party leader, so this is the person, he goes offline. You can still kick the person, and it shows them as in offline. So now you know that they're offline. Personally, I would like to see it maybe a little bit more obvious, maybe like a red square around it rather than offline, because it's very, very bad looking, in my opinion. But again, it's just a mock-up. So you have 2 minutes before you're automatically kicked. GGG did say this was subject to change, so theoretically it could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Not really sure how long they want to keep you in the party for. And if you had any pending invites before you go offline, they'll still be present once you log back into the game. So right now, the stuff will like usually show like right here if you have a pending invite when you go to S and create party. So when you come back into the game, you'll still see the pending invites. I'm not really sure how long. I'm assuming it's going to probably be 2 minutes. Now, this will not work if you switch characters. So if you log out and then you go on a different character, you will still not be in a party. So right here, they'll also show some more important information in the notification. So right here, you can see that good vibrations changed character and left the party. So right now, the party is still based on your character and not based on your account. And it could be a good thing in the future for GGG to do it based on account, but I'm sure that would have to do with a full overhaul with how they code it. So now party invites will also show you who invited you rather than showing the party leader. In the past before, it's kind of annoying. When someone invited you, you will only see that the party leader invited you instead of having it show that show who exactly invited you. So if you ever wanted to troll your friends, you could send invites in the party and then pretend that the leader sent it to them, and then you'll be like, oh, it wasn't me who sent it, it's someone else. So that's a very, very good thing they added to the game to stop people from trolling like that. And like this, I said, the notifications show more accurate information. So when you right click their name, I think they said that there will be more stuff that pops up. So overall, I do think that even though these changes are kind of small, they are interesting in the sense that no one really asked for these changes. And it's nice to see that GGG does take incentive to improve our quality of life without a community uproar. Now, as I was looking for some quality of life changes GGG has made up in the past, right here you'll see something really interesting. This is actually from 7 years ago, and someone actually recommended GGG to add this little part below in the flash for quality of life. And what do we have here now, right? Look, they actually took someone's idea from the community and copied it one-to-one. Really nice to see. And I do think that these small improvements to trading will make the miserable trade system more bearable. So right now, trading is definitely one of the worst parts in the game if you're not playing SSF. And having it so that you can stay in the party when you're offline in case, so you can log out to try to re-access their hideout or something like that. And just in general, should make it feel a little bit better. But there's still a ways to go before PoE feels modern in terms of their trade system. Now, UI, I've long said, is one of the worst parts about PoE. And so it's just a part of PoE that I feel like has been neglected. But I do think that PoE 2 will probably fix it a little bit. Please make movable buffs Like right now, a lot of times you can't even see the buffs you have because they're covered by the HP bar of the monster above. So that's kind of shitty. And then right here is like a weak aura system from WoW, where you, or not weak aura, but a buff system where you can like hide a bunch of stuff with mouse over for auras. And this could be a nice thing they could implement. This is something else I saw, which is pretty interesting, is that PoE is one of the few games without a centralized interface where the stuff is on the side instead of in the middle where your eyes actually go to. I do know for widescreen, they actually did add this so that you can move it towards the center, and I would probably like to see a more centralized UI perhaps in the future. But we'll see what GGG's way of going about this is. But let me know down in the comments below if you like this new change to the party interface with what they're trying to do, and if you believe that non-consensual friends list should still be a thing. But thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you find more divines and mage blessed than me, and see you next time. Bye!